Hello, I'm Stephen Sheldon with SMS Capital Management. In an effort to help you make sound and practical decisions when it comes to managing your wealth, I'm conducting a series of short video interviews with other professionals on a variety of topics that may impact you. So today we have Charles Harris, who is one of the founders of Stoneworth Financial with us, which is an investment bank working with business owners that are looking to sell their companies. Why don't you tell us a little about what you do in that capacity, Charles?
We really help companies, private companies, be sold. Help them sell the business, maximize value, get through an organized process, bring in buyers, conduct auctions. And since we're dealing primarily with private companies, we're really not dealing with market movements or things like that, which people think investment, that's the term investment banker, that's what it means. But what we really do is we help companies sell in an organized fashion, maximize their value, and help the process go as smoothly as possible.
Okay, so in that capacity then, what are some of the considerations that a business owner is going to want to consider whether or not it's the right time for them to sell a business?
Well, obviously the most important thing, your people usually are in business to make money, to make a living. So some of the considerations are, does an opportunity present itself that maximizes the value of what business owners created? And those things come at random. Maybe there's a market movement, maybe there's a strategic buyer, someone in the industry who wants to buy, they'll pay a premium for it. Maybe economics of the business environment for your industry are hot in that period of time. So you want to be able to take advantage of that opportunity. So to maximize the economics is going to be on everybody's mind. But of course, it also comes down to the stage of life of the business owner. I mean, they might be building their business and feel like they have many years to go to build it. Maybe they're at an age where they need to consider taking some of their risk off the table and selling the company, maybe continue working there. But I think that the personal part of owning a business, where you are in your lifestyle, plays a huge role in these middle market companies that we're talking about.
So once somebody is in the mindset that they actually are ready to sell their business, what are some of the things they should be thinking about or doing to prepare for that process?
Well, I said at the beginning of the interview, opportunity is a huge driving force behind selling a business. And business owners don't necessarily know when those opportunities are coming. And you want to be prepared for when that opportunity comes, that you've had an audit, that your books are in order, that all your compliance is in order, your employee and intellectual property, all that is ready to go. And a huge one that people often mistake or forget to consider are forecasts, budgets, forecasts that are well thought out. Those things should be all lined up so when the opportunity presents itself and a buyer comes in and says, I'm interested in your business, you don't say, oh, let me go prepare all this material.
Because this is going to take a lot of time to do some of these things.
Not just a lot of time, but for instance, in a case where a business owner doesn't have a forecast ready, or they say, oh, the business is going to grow like crazy, and the buyers are generally sophisticated, they're usually very smart, and they'll say, well, let me see your forecast. I don't have a forecast. And all of a sudden they ding you on the price because they view that you guys don't have any confidence in what the future looks like.
How far out should a forecast go?
I would say that the next year should be a pretty solid forecast. You should have a good handle on that. Generally forecasts are 5 years, but there's a diminishing importance as you go out in that time frame. But I would say that the following year after you plan to sell the business, you should have a good idea of what 1 year out looks like. Now, selling businesses is not at all like selling a car or selling a home. There's so many levers, so many moving parts, and it's very difficult to value your business compared to somebody else's business. And the deals are not standard. So the variability in price is much greater with a business than it ever would be with some of the other assets that some of these business owners are used to. So that's why it's important to have somebody in there that can argue what values should be and understand what the value is to the buyer. And that's something that's often overlooked.
Well, thank you for coming in, Charles.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, appreciate all of the good insight you had.
I thought this was going to be more like a comedy show.
Well, that's phase 2.
Oh, okay.
You want to tell some jokes?
No. Thanks a lot.